SchmutzCast 24.
24.
I did it differently this time.
24.
I didn't realize we started because you did it that
Okay,
way.
getting right into it. John's a fucking bitch for being on his phone.
I work. I got a text from.
Oh,
I got a text from my
work.
boss.
So how have you all been?
Better before today.
This is the longest stint we
Jesus
went without
Christ.
an episode since November.
2 weeks?
It's been a month.
Since like Christmas time.
Didn't we have an episode a couple weeks ago?
It's been a month.
What? Really?
It's been a month.
It's been a month since we've done a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck, really?
Yeah. Last week we
golfed.
didn't do it.
What did we do before that?
Are
We
you
didn't.
sure?
We didn't podcast.
Why didn't we?
I don't remember. Yeah, because the last one we did was before the Super Bowl, I think.
No, we talked about the
We
Super
talked,
Bowl.
yeah.
We talked about how much
So maybe it was
bullshit
the one after the Super Bowl was the last
And
one.
I know I've used this mic since I bought it, and I've only had this mic for a few weeks.
Yeah, what happened to your other mics to just go
I still haven't fucking found it. I mean, I still haven't cleaned my room, so like it might just be buried under shit in my room. But you saw how damn messy my room was whenever you were over at our place the other day. But
I did see that.
Let's tell them about that story there with the bread.
Oh,
Little
yeah.
bread incident.
So me and my buddy Stilger, you've seen him on the podcast a while back, but
we all know and love.
He was on the
We
he was on the
were-
season 2 premiere.
These two fucking schmucks were at my house, and I get home from work.
we were at his house, and he's about to go get ready for band practice, and Stilger eats one of the heels from his loaf of bread
Without
without
asking. He
asking.
just kind of pulled it out.
But he's like, I want the other heel. And he was trying to
In the
get into
back
the
of the
bag
bag.
without touching the other pieces of bread, and it didn't work out. So we're like, fuck it, whatever. And so Jordan goes to change, and while he's changing, we work it from the outside of the bag all the way to the front. Get it out. He eats it. And the whole time he's talking about, I just want to blow the back out of this bag and just fucking grab the other heel. Well, Jordan doesn't notice that we took the heel when he comes out, and then he just ends up leaving. And we were like, fuck it, let's blow the back out of it anyways. So we did, and then we tied the back of the bag up with a fucking, it looked like a leash. And
No idea where you even fucking found
so,
that thing.
so the front and the back of the bag were tied up.
Mind you, they don't have a dog, so why would they have a leash?
Because we don't have a leash. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Him
It's
and
not a
Ethan do
leash,
some
but
freaky shit.
that's what it is. Brain
My nose
is
is
just
just
that
fucking-
dirty of a dog.
See, here's what Jordan and Keibler do the freaky things with the leash.
Keibler's definitely the beta. I'll give you the alpha in that scenario.
I don't think either of
Cool.
them are the alpha.
Dual beta.
Beta.
Dual beta.
How come the two most betas are the ones with the deepest voices?
You know, they gotta have something. They gotta have something.
What kind of hog you got on you, boy?
Nerds gotta be smart.
If it's anything like that schnoz, I feel bad for your future wife.
I don't know how to run with that.
All right, so we were talking about Alex Murdaugh, the story that
Alex
you all
Murder.
have you.
I know very little about it.
Okay, so
I don't know pop culture.
I'm gonna give you the full synopsis.
It's more like culture because
It's not pop culture. It's a murder
it was
case.
like it was a news article.
So Alex Murdaugh
It's on Netflix too.
is of the Murdaugh family
That doesn't help.
in South Carolina. And I'm going to try to not say any facts that I don't know, but if I comb over something that is wrong, fuck you. I don't care. So, Alex Murdaugh, lawyer in South Carolina, and a family, deep line of lawyers, rich white money. So, to start out the story, a couple years back, his kid was beyond drunk. He was a fucking straight alcoholic as like a young kid. Like they were like 19, and him and his friends, including all their girlfriends, went to the oyster roast in town on a boat, on his boat. So they go there, get fucking plastered. Just the oyster roast.
The annual oyster roast.
Well, we do
whole
crawfish
We do
boils here.
crawfish boils.
Yeah, but I feel like crawfish boils are a lot more normal than
than oysters? It's because we don't have oysters here. If you were on the coast,
When's the
there'd
last
be a
time
lot
you
more
saw an
oysters.
oyster in Indiana, huh?
We have oysters in Indiana.
Where?
Everywhere.
What body of water?
I've seen them in lakes before.
Oysters?
I've
Oysters
never
were
seen
salt water.
Never seen an oyster.
I've ate one
No,
from
I
a
guess
lake
they
before.
I guess they are freshwater because they are in lakes.
Yeah.
Oysters are freshwater.
Yeah.
Someone fact check us.
Regardless,
I've
that's
literally-
beyond the
Yeah.
point of the story. Got hung up on the oysters.
You said the oysters, and I couldn't stop thinking about the oysters.
The oyster roast. They're on their way there. They get fucking plastered. And then on the way back, they tried to convince the kid, Alex Murdaugh's son, to not drive the boat. Well, he said, it's my fucking boat. I'm driving it, right? So they drive, and they're still trying to get him off of the wheel, but he won't. And he's like swerving and shit, slams into a bridge. And all of them get like banged up, and they can't find one of his buddy's girlfriends. And this, just for reference, this Alex Murdaugh is his dad, so he shows up, and all of the other parents are like interviewed and shit, and they say that Alex was just trying to do a whole cover-up. Like, he was trying to say, just tell them my son wasn't driving, tell them your son was driving, and we'll get it all figured out, and we'll take care of it. And they're like, fuck no, this girl might be dead. Well, it turns out after a week, she was dead. She was found, like, down the current. She was dead. So he gets the charge, like the involuntary manslaughter charge, and nothing. Like, he never really went to jail. They kind of pushed the court case back just because they have so much connections. That family has so many connections in that area. Fast forward to 2019, I think it was. I think it was 2019. Alex Murdaugh, the dad of that kid, calls 911 and says, my son and wife have been shot, and they're not breathing. Like, freaking out. It's in the middle of his property that's fucking massive. Like, I think their driveway is like a couple miles long. Like, it's deep in the woods. And long story short, they end up finding out that Alex Murdaugh was the one that killed his wife and kids. After he did all kinds of shit to cover this shit up. He put out $100,000 or $500,000 reward or something like that for whoever could find the killer. And like, they were all getting interviewed all the time by news, like saying, we want to know who did this, blah, blah, blah. Well, evidence points to that he did it. And now, just like a week ago, I watched the sentencing, and yeah, he got multiple life sentences.
Jesus.
Yeah, so he's locked up.
Yeah, the only thing I knew about it was the preview for the Netflix show that was pretty much my understanding of the entire story.
Well, that ought to give you some of it.
I hardly ever watch Netflix or anything, so I didn't really even see
We
any of
haven't
it.
watched the full documentary yet. We're still watching Sons of Anarchy. Have you all watched Last of Us or Mandalorian or anything like that?
I forgot all about Mandalorian. I actually might watch that when I get home.
Yeah, there's
it's
2
such a good
episodes out.
show.
3 maybe? 3. It
Oh,
might be
just-
3
I think just
episodes.
2.
Sure.
I thought so.
Maybe. Yeah, it's just 2. It's 2.
The only shows that I like really binge are like Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that's probably about it. I mean, I got into American Horror Story fairly recently, but after I got through the first season, it's hard to like watch another season just because
Starts all over.
it's like starting the story completely over. It's like,
Yep.
man, I got to get back to square one now,
Yeah.
and I don't like that.
So that's
Yeah.
what
It's
I
a-
kind of like about that show. I like
It's a cool concept.
anthology.
It's a cool
Is that what
concept.
it is? Anthology series. Is that the right?
I don't know.
Regardless, where it
I don't
changes
know.
each season, I like how it changes each season. But some of the seasons are kind of.
I don't know if I love
Bad.
that just because I like to get involved with the characters. I feel like it means more when you're involved with the characters.
Well, they are fairly long seasons though.
They are, because each one's like
In their
each
defense.
episode's a little over an hour, right?
Something like that.
And there's like 12 to 15 episodes. So it's a long watch. Like the first season took me fucking forever to get through. But like I get the appeal to it, cuz then you could just jump in and be like, "Oh, season 6 looks pretty good. I can start there, and you won't need to watch 1 through 5 to understand it. I get that. Whereas, like, with Stranger Things, you got to kind of watch them in order to understand what the hell is going on, which I'm excited to see how the last season, because the next season is supposed to be the last season of that.
Yep.
I'm excited to see how that's gonna like shape up, because apparently, did you all watch it?
Yeah, I'm caught up. Yeah.
You're caught up. Are you gonna watch it?
Probably not.
So apparently
I should, but I probably won't.
they showed a bunch of like posters of like some like the main characters.
Yeah.
And like kind of the stuff that resembles them like behind them, like in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, the mom has like something.
Will's mom?
Yeah, no, not Will's mom. The main kid.
Mike?
Mike, yeah, Mike's mom apparently has like some like bigger role in this last season, because like they made a poster about her specifically with the upside down. So she might be playing a bigger role.
I know she was trying to fuck one of the young kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty rad.
That's pretty rad.
It was the kid that had a mullet. Just saying. Just saying.
That was also set in the 80s. We're in the 2020 stock.
Mullets are coming back.
Yeah, they said the same thing fucking 30 years ago. Spoiler alert, they never came back.
I feel like they never really left.
I don't know. They were out of
I think mullets
trend.
are making a comeback though.
Yeah, because of fucking
See, but I don't have a
Wallen, bro.
mullet though.
Did you
I
see
just have
Morgan
long
Wallen's
hair.
new album?
30
Fucking 36 songs.
Yeah. Holy
many.
shit.
That's too many. That to me is throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. And that's
literally what it
bad
is.
for a guy with his stardom. That's bad. That's a bad look in my opinion. I'm not gonna listen to it.
You know, it had the most. It had the most listens and streams of any country artist ever.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. I don't think his music's that good.
It's easy to when there's.
It's so
30
basic. I
songs.
mean, yes, it's easily accessed, but it's so basic and so boring. Like he does nothing special. There's
I didn't listen
nothing.
to any of it.
I feel like Luke Combs, when he first started, was doing something a little different of like mixing new and old, but then he just did that in every song and it got old.
It's funny you bring up Luke Combs, because apparently I saw on Facebook this morning. Apparently Luke Combs and Morgan Wallen are working on a collab together.
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh, hell yeah. Can't wait to drink beer and fucking slap my wife to that one.
I don't know. I could see that going either really good or going just terrible.
I just wish.
I could see it. There wouldn't be like a middle ground. It would be either great or terrible.
I just want the whole Morgan Wallen, all of that to calm down, because there is so much good country coming out. Like, there's so much good country,
Like
and
Zach
it's
Bryan.
not them.
Zach Bryan, dude.
Zach Bryan, Tyler Childers, Coulter Wall. Like, there's so many good country artists that aren't fucking doing that same old fucking boring shit.
Sturgill.
Dude, did you ever listen to the person that actually got me onto this was Stilger. It's Fire and Fury by Sturgill Simpson.
I don't know if I ever heard that.
It
one.
is not a country album. It is like a rock, like electronic rock album, and it had a Netflix film to accompany it, and it's a fucking samurai driving a fucking Mustang. It's sick as fuck. And the album is so fucking good. It's my favorite Sturgill album, and I do like Sturgill, but like my favorite one of his is the rock electronic fucking album that he did.
I'm surprised more people don't do stuff like that, because like Kid Cudi made an album along with like that animated series as well. I don't understand why. I'm surprised people don't do that more often, where they make an album accompaniment with a show almost. But like in that case with Sturgill Simpson, you just make something absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
And just
throw it out there.
purposely like off the handle, just crazy shit. I'm just surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing that more often. I think
I
it's
saw
cool.
some love is going to an album that I always enjoyed, but it got universal hate. Speeding Bullet to Heaven.
Really?
Yeah, people are starting to appreciate it more. It's Kid Cudi's rock album.
Huh.
And
It's bad.
I like it.
I think I don't know.
It's got a Nirvana vibe to it to me.
Yeah, but I think he tried too hard to do that.
Yeah, he definitely did.
And there's some
I mean,
songs on
it's not perfect, but
Kid
I enjoyed
Cudi's
it.
like one of my, if not my favorite artist, one of my favorite artists, right? And
He fell off for me, but
Do you all
regardless,
remember?
like it's still a bad album. Like, it's by far his worst album. Like there's some songs on there I like, but like it's not good.
honestly, I like it more than Man on the Moon 3.
Really?
Do you all remember when Bruno Mars? Who all was
Yeah,
it?
John's on a Bruno Mars kick.
I like me some.
He's been
Bruno,
all
man.
about Bruno Mars like the last couple weeks, hasn't he?
Man, I just forgot how much I.
Me and
I
him
just
were
forgot
hanging
how
out the
much I
other day.
love that shit.
Me and
Man.
him were hanging out the other day. He was like, "Dude, Bruno Mars is gonna be at Bourbon and Beyond this year."
Yeah, man.
And I
I'm
was like, "Oh,
fucking going.
Oh no, wait!
On Sunday, bro. I want to go, bro. Bruno's my dude, man. But no, it was who was it? Chris Stapleton, Bruno Mars, and Ed Sheeran when they did that collab song a while back.
Ed Sheeran's so fucking corny, bro.
What is that song?
Blow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That song, I actually
like
thought
that
that was
song.
pretty
That
cool.
song's
I like that
interesting.
song.
Yeah.
Because it was so much different than any of them had done.
I liked the one he did with Young Thug on that album. I can't remember the feels. Baby, I got the feels, yeah.
Whose album was
Ed
that?
Sheeran.
It was Ed Sheeran's
Yeah.
album.
Yeah, because he had all
It was
all
called
kinds of-
Collaborations.
He had
Yeah.
all kinds of collabs on it. Like
It
Chance
was-
the Rapper was on a fucking song.
Yeah, the entire thing was all.
I just think
collabs.
Ed Sheeran in himself is corny as fuck.
He's pretty corny.
I just
There
think
was
he's
there was
corny.
another song. There's like a rapper.
He's pretty corny, but I like some of his stuff though. I like it.
So the thing with music is like to stay relevant. Back in the day, you would have to fucking switch it up. Like you think of some of the bands from back in the day, you didn't have the same sound. Like my favorite band, Pink Floyd, they didn't. All of their albums have a different sound, a different vibe, and nothing sounds the same. You can very much define this was the Wall era, this was Dark Side of the Moon era, this was Animals era. Like you can see the difference, and like. Nowadays there's a lot. I feel like it's the curse of the streaming era where like somebody really gets a hit with a certain sound and now they do that certain sound over and over and over again. I think that plagued Luke Combs. It's plaguing Morgan Wallen now. I think it plagues a lot of rappers.
I was gonna say not country, but fucking the baby.
The Baby
Same
is
flow on
fucking
every single
garbage.
goddamn
Is
song.
the worst fucking person in music.
And the sad thing with that is like all these people, they're like we have to give them the credit because they are talented. All these people are
Oh yeah, like
talented.
there's
They're
no-
talented.
I mean, like
But
granted,
to a
they
fault.
got the bag. Like they got the bag from doing
but
it.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say yes they're talented, but I'm not gonna say they're
they-
super fucking talented.
I think
They
if they
hit
had,
the algorithm right. They did a certain sound that worked, and they fucking like people like the Baby milked it for everything it was worth.
mm-hmm.
And that's what Morgan Wallen's doing. Luke Combs did the same fucking thing. Like some of the features that Luke Combs have had on like collaboration albums, like what was the one with the Doobie Brothers? The one with the Doobie Brothers?
Here's a collab album with the Doobie Brothers.
Well, the Doobie Brothers have an album where they redo all of their songs, like their popular songs, with relevant country artists.
I didn't know that.
And it's really good. And stuff like that, it's great. Like he's built for that. But there's only so many times you can sing about beer, loving on your wife, and fucking
Or
stomping a mud hole.
or
Like,
hating on your wife.
hitting on your wife.
No, hating
Hating on your wife. Hating on your wife.
Yeah.
I think it's more likely that they're hitting on their wives. If you look around at a big country concert like that,
Oh yeah.
you look around, you're like, damn, that bitch is getting it when she gets home.
I'm talking about like when it rains it pours. I guess it wasn't really his wife, his girlfriend.
When it rains, it pours.
Yeah.
Bro, she's in it for the money. Have you seen her?
Oh, 100%.
She's in it for the money,
100%.
dog.
I mean, I'm sorry, Luke Combs. If you ever hear this,
John
You know
wants
what,
to be
just-
friends with you, but
Is Luke Combs the big guy?
yeah.
What's wrong with him? He's not like ugly.
he's not ugly.
Have you seen his wife?
But have you seen his wife?
No.
You'd
She a
understand.
baddie.
You'd understand.
let's just show you.
Here, I can put it on the computer.
Yeah, do that. I was building a custom shop Telecaster earlier.
We'll make this show for you.
That's just probably so expensive.
right now. I'm only at like step 3, and it's already $1,800.
God.
So I was like, I'm just curious what I can come up with.
There you go. America Explain. Oh, what? Baptist Health. Get out of here. All right, Jordan, has your opinion changed at all?
Well, he does have a lot of money.
All right, Megan, come here. Please. I like to throw in the please because I'm not a guy that's going to yell at somebody. I need you to, you don't have to get in camera angle. You need to look at the screen. Person on the left, give me a 1 out of 10. Person on the right, give me a 1 out of 10.
Okay, but so I heard you talking about this. She's not with him for the money because she got him famous.
Say that again.
She's not with him for the money because she actually encouraged him to put himself out there. He was sleeping in his car, and she was with him. They were friends before because they knew each other in high school. And she heard his voice, and she encouraged him to put himself out there.
Maybe she was playing. Maybe she was playing the long game. Maybe she was playing the long game.
I just don't get it.
She's playing chess.
But she...
We were all playing checkers. She was
Maybe
playing
she's
chess.
a personality girl.
I'm sorry, but I've heard that Luke Combs' personality. He's like
Everybody-
an asshole.
He's got a lot of personality right up top.
Easy, easy.
Everybody, though, I feel like says celebrities are assholes, but that's not always true.
She is
Okay,
right.
that's
She's
fair.
got a
That is
point.
fair. Because it could be.
Not even a celebrity yet, and he's an asshole.
I mean,
Well,
yeah.
John was always an asshole.
I always have been, always will be.
Well, okay, so give me a solid. Just looks alone.
Well, obviously, she's better. She's out of his league,
but I need
but
a 1 out of 10 on both.
He's got a red beard.
I mean, I feel like she's like a 7 and he's like a
She's a 7.
1.
Hey, LT,
What,
did
you
we
think
lose?
she's higher?
Did we lose audio?
Check.
No.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
oh,
okay, okay.
What? So you said a 7 on her?
Yeah,
Okay. What's he?
like a 1 or a 2.
Jesus.
What is it?
Jesus Christ.
He looks better with the hat on.
Those
Give
are
me a
some
single
fucking
10.
straight guidelines. Does a 10 exist?
Yeah, who is?
Holy shit.
You think she's a 10? I don't think she's.
I
A
think
10.
I think she's
No.
like a cool 9.3.
He said 9.9 solid.
I'd give her an 8.1.
Yeah.
I'd
'Cause
probably say 8.5.
She's got kind of the crazy eyes about her though.
No,
Yes.
she doesn't.
Yes, I agree.
She
I don't
definitely
see
has.
crazy eyes.
I see crazy
He's got
eyes,
more
man.
crazy eyes than she does. He looks like he's got
He's-
2 lazy
We're not on
eyes.
him right now. We're on her.
He's got droopy
They can-
eyes. They're
they can
not
both have
eyes.
crazy
I just
eyes.
want to point this out why Jordan is so interested.
Oh.
Look at that.
Oh.
It all makes sense.
Oh. It does
I'd be lying if I
make
said I
sense.
didn't notice that, but maybe that's what drew me.
She's got nice teeth.
She
so-
She does
really
have very
nice
nice teeth.
And he's got, what is this going on here? I mean, I don't
Those
know
are
if
very
bad teeth,
those are
but
very
what is
straight
the
white
smile?
teeth. I don't know what the fuck you're talking. Oh, the smile. I was gonna say he has very straight white teeth. I don't know what you're talking about. Look at that. Oh God.
The boots.
Those are
She's got her dogs out on the red carpet.
those are some pretty sick boots
Those
though.
are dumbass.
I thought you were gonna say those are pretty sick dogs.
They look
Those
they
are
look
pretty
like he
sick
had
dogs.
they look like
Thank
he had
you.
normal
And a
leather
round of
boots.
applause for Megan.
Hold on. One more thing. We never did get. What would be a 10 then for it? What would be a 10
What's
guy?
a 10? Name one 10 in the entire world. Who's a 10? I knew you
Dwayne
were gonna
Wade.
say that. She's got a thing for Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade.
He's a 10.
Pull him up.
Is there any other 10s? Josh
Who?
Dumel.
Josh Duhamel and Dwayne Wade.
Who's Josh Duhamel?
You know Josh Dumel.
Who's Dwayne Wade?
Never heard of him. That's Josh Dumel. He's a 10 to you?
I could see him being a high-ranking guy.
In his movies, like his personality, because he's always like a bad boy in movies.
Bad.
Oh, you like
Dwayne Wade's a bad boy too.
Yeah, he's
He's got big cheeks.
He does have big cheeks.
So do I.
What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? Dwayne!
Oh, exposed.
I think she was talking to the group of us.
No, that seemed very directed.
Did you see his son is a daughter
Wait,
now?
go down one.
Oh.
Go down one.
His son is a daughter now. Did you all hear
Oh,
about that?
did not hear about that.
Like the basketball, the one that played basketball.
Dwayne
Does he
Wade?
have more than one kid?
I think he's got more than one.
Oh,
Maybe they.
What am I
can-
supposed to be looking for, Jordan?
oh, you already passed it.
Okay, tell me. Speak.
I didn't realize that one.
This one. Excuse me. What's
Why did that come up?
what is that, dog? What you doing, dude? Okay, if you get Dwayne Wade, I get Gabrielle Union. That's just yeah. Yeah.
Let's see Gabrielle Union. I don't know who that is.
That's her.
I
Oh,
feel
that's
like
her?
Dwayne Wade would be a lot more
Okay.
likely to get with Megan than Gabrielle Union would be to get with me.
Probably. Jesus Christ. Thanks,
There,
Thank you,
there
Megan.
goes that. There goes that. There goes the
That was
neighborhood.
absurdity. that was so ridiculous.
What a turn. LT, do we have any questions this week?
No, we don't.
We don't.
No
Oh,
do we
questions,
have
not a
any
question.
leftover from like that we didn't get to?
Not any that I really want to do.
People ask us more questions, except the one question that you asked the one time.
That was hurtful.
That got me in my feels all day. That got me in my feels. I was sad. I was sad for a week after that. Thank you guys.
There was
My week.
my week.
So we've got some news.
Yeah. What's some band news?
So
Show on Friday.
we're having a show on Friday for St. Patty's Day
Where?
at the Alibi.
Friday at the Alibi.
St. Patty's at the Alibi.
St. Patty's. So wear your green, or else your asses are getting pinched.
John's gonna do the pinching.
I'll do the pinching, all right. I'll pinch all the ass I can.
I'll just slug you.
I'll pinch.
If you pinch me, I will slug you.
I'll go up to
Catch a
some
reverse
girl and
elbow from hell.
I'll pinch her and she'll be like, "I'm wearing green." Be like, "Oh, sorry, I'm colorblind."
Oh, I thought that was red.
Colorblind green.
Colorblind. Sorry. No, but we also are gonna be having some big news drop Thursday night at midnight to Friday morning.
The big rebranding of the band.
Big rebranding.
We finally got a name.
Mm-hmm.
We got a logo and everything.
The Big Uglies.
The Big Uglies.
We're gonna be doing our whole rebranding then, and it's gonna be sick. We're gonna have koozies.
Oh, we should tell some of the leftovers we had. Like
Why don't
that
you,
we were considering.
Why don't you
Yeah.
hit me with the logo and we can get some T-shirts going?
It's a very simple logo. It'd be easy.
It's a Tri-Vive.
No. It's gonna be a surprise, but we could probably do the logo for him. We could probably show him the logo to get shirts printed for.
Do we have it on anything?
No, but we could
Like
we could
literally,
draw it.
all I did was draw it on the chalkboard in John's house, and we're like,
Like that actually fits really fucking well. It's simple. It's simple. Do you have a whiteboard in here?
No.
Do you have a chalkboard in here?
Well, she can't make a shirt with a fucking chalkboard.
I digress.
I digress.
But no, yeah, some of the other names we threw around though. What was it? There was a couple funny ones.
There was the
Slippery kickstand.
hold on here. Let me pull up
Slippery
the
kickstand.
Mick kickstand also.
we were really having issues with this, so we gave up and went to a band name generator.
Worst decision. Worst decision.
Slippery March was one of them.
Slippery March.
2-inch kickstand.
2.
John and
Here's some-
Keenan laughed way too hard at that one. I was really concerned that we
Here's
were
some
going to
of
end up going with that one. I really did not want to use that one.
Mick kickstand, slippery march, slippery kickstand, 2-inch kickstand, Defaw,
It was spelled like
Fox.
it was the Fox,
Defoe.
but it was spelled DAFAUX. It was the Fox.
Defoe.
Spooky rock,
That's Defoe.
spooky rock.
Spooky Rock.
Yep, that one kind of was like more nostalgic for us.
Yeah, that was a bit of an
You
insult.
do the Monster Mash.
Slap and box.
Sounds like a hell of a weekend if you ask me.
Porch Heroes, the
Porch Heroes
Estella
isn't bad.
Project.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. I liked
It was
it.
random.
Stella Project.
The
You like that? Why?
Estella
okay,
Project.
let's pause there. Why did you like that?
Because
It sounds kind of cool.
Sounded cool.
Okay, so how do you explain it to somebody when they ask, "Why are you named Estella Project?"
Sounds cool.
Like we're just looking for our Estella.
What the fuck is Estella, John?
Estella is a
That's a
female's
name.
name.
A Stella.
Estella. Estella.
Estella.
Estella.
If you find Estella, she's probably walking around with a walker.
Probably, but.
So
Man,
if you're
think
trying
about-
to find her,
Even
think
better.
think about all
She's
those.
not that hard to find.
Think about how much fun she was when she was younger, though.
oh yeah,
You could show her those good times again.
No,
Oh, Estella.
one of my favorite ones though was fucking it was Bruce's it was Bruce's Midnight Neighborhood Watch.
It's got a nice ring to it, actually.
We had Smackin' Dolls.
Smacking dolls.
Mm-hmm. Scarlet.
Rooftop
Boring.
Rats.
Rooftop Rat. John's House Rats. Mouse Bro. DartHead.
DartHead. I like DartHead.
That was the one that I liked the best.
I
out of
like
that list.
DartHead.
But because what we ended up doing, we had that list and then we all ranked them, like one being our favorite, and 13 or whatever, how many it was, to being the least favorite. And then we averaged them out, and whichever one had the highest average, we were going to go with. Well, there ended up being a tie. Then Keenan, we were texting in our group chat, and we were all just kind of like, we're not really fucking with any of these names. And Keenan went on. He texted us a book explaining the name that we ended up going with, and we're like, you know what, that'll work.
We like it. We like it. We like it. We vibe with it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. The ones that we had the tie for was McKickstand and 2-inch kickstand.
I would've
Why?
been so pissed.
Both of those over fucking DartHead? Are you shitting me?
I'd put DartHead as my number one if I remember right. Did I not?
You did, yeah.
DartHead's dope.
Yeah. But
Um,
honestly, Bruce's Midnight Neighborhood Watch almost won too. The only reason why that one didn't win was because John put it at like 8, and me and Keenan both put it at like 2.
so, I might be doing some rebranding myself here soon.
Oh no.
The names, all names are going to be the same. I need to get a different logo. I realized this recently. As I got closer to YouTube's ad revenue program or whatever partnership, where they start paying you, the Stormtrooper.
Yeah.
Nobody has said anything about it, but the more I think about it, Disney is a motherfucker, and they will. Disney and Nintendo are the two that you don't fuck with. Like, they will hold their copyrights on fucking anybody. So
they'll get.
yeah, I
flagged
think
quick.
that. I think we're gonna get a new logo. It sucks because I paid $70 for that logo, but rebrand coming, and I might even do a new video about our mixtape. The mixtape. I don't even think we've said the name on it of it yet, but I'm not gonna.
When are we going
Brandon's?
through with the? What are we gonna do? A SchmutzCast mixtape thing? When are we,
I want to.
When are we going through with all that?
I don't know. Well, my thoughts are, if we could cut into it after the podcast every week, we could have a good mixtape going in a while. But you all would have to start bringing equipment. So I've got the speakers, but I don't have like studio speakers. I mean, these are nice as fuck loud JBL speakers, but I also don't have Pro Tools or
Logic.
Ableton or Logic or anything. I got FL Studio, baby.
Fucking FL Studio.
I like
using
FL Studio.
That's just one of those things.
I hate using FL.
I love it.
Yeah,
I
but
like
like-
FL.
Yeah, but like
It's
we,
all
you and
sequencers.
I can't use FL, but Brandon has issues with Logic.
Yeah.
It's just what you're used
Well,
to.
it's all
like,
sequencers mostly, isn't it? Like in FL, like
It's a
the
lot- it's a
majority
lot-
of it is sequencers.
It's a lot more sequencer friendly than Logic is. I think Logic is a bit more live
music,
instrument
yeah.
friendly than FL is. because I do think it's a pain in the ass to use live instruments on FL. I've
I
done it
don't
a
think
couple
it's
times.
that hard.
It's
Like,
not,
that's
but like it's
Maybe I don't know how deep it goes, but maybe it's not as like intuitive, but like it's simple as fuck to record on FL. Like
It
I've
is,
recorded
it is,
guitar
but,
and
like,
shit on there.
post recording too, though. Just the way that you work with stuff on Logic, I think, is a lot easier and it's smoother than with FL. It's like I said, I just think FL is more friendly towards using like sequencers and whatever samples and like shit like that.
Yeah.
And I think Logic strives a little bit better with live instruments.
Well, because they have in FL, don't they have like a built-in software to create samples? Because like in
Well, Logic does too.
Yeah, but it's a multi-step process from what from any time I've tried to use samples. It's like
I
a
haven't messed
multi-step
with that much.
process versus like FL. I think it's all built into FL because like you got to go basically you got to find the YouTube video, then you got to convert it to an MP3, and then you can drop it into Logic. Whereas I think in FL, it all has it right there in the software, if I remember correctly.
I mean, you still need it to be an MP3 file to put it in there.
But I thought that it had for some reason I'm thinking that it had like the technology within it to be able to convert those to MP3s within FL.
I don't know.
I'm not sure. I haven't used it enough to know, but for some reason I feel like I remember like talking to Keibler, seeing him do that one time.
I mean, Brandon works
there.
mostly off of samples, but he doesn't get it from like videos. He goes on like Looper and shit like that, or is it called Looper? Looperman. Where like
Maybe
you can just download the MP3 files straight from that.
Maybe that's what
You
I'm
don't have
thinking.
you don't have
then.
to slice up a video. But I don't know. I don't work with samples enough to know that much. I just think that's what Brandon does.
I've been off the guitar for a while. I need to get back on guitar. It's just there's no fucking time for it anymore. Like I have no time. Like this week I've spent a lot of my time fucking with the dryer. Our dryer went out and I took that dryer downstairs by myself basically. Megan helped balance it, but goddamn, I put that thing on my back and just kind of walked it down and fucking sucked.
Jesus.
Speaking of guitars, you remember that green Fender Strat that I let you borrow for a while?
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I got that thing set up done on it.
Yeah, I remember you saying something about that last weekend.
Jordan can attest, dude.
It's
That
nice.
thing feels like butter.
What'd you
Yeah.
end up doing with that one guitar, that project guitar?
It's still taken apart because what I have to do
It's still a project.
It's
is,
still a project.
in order to get everything to fit, since it's not a Fender guitar, the routing is different than like a normal Fender is. So I have to route out some of the body. I have to hollow out some of the body in order to make the pick guard fit, to make the pickups fit, and actually to make the bridge even fit too. Because
Might be easier to use a Dremel.
that's what is gonna have to definitely Dremel it
I
out.
mean, it'll take a little bit longer, but it'll look cleaner.
And it's so I gotta basically map out how much I need to cut out without compromising like the strength of like the piece of wood. So it's gonna be a process, and then after that it'll definitely need probably a fret job and setup done to it.
Fret job, God. I remember when I was younger getting fret jobs.
What?
What? What? Come again? Come again?
Come again.
Come again for pop.
Come
schools.
again?
But no, the show this weekend or the show this Friday is gonna be a pretty cool one.
We're throwing a lot of fun ass songs in there.
I'll be there.
It's gonna be there's gonna be some bangers in there, dude. Like there's gonna be
You
some.
need to do
some
Oh
bops.
Mickey, you so fine, you blow my mind.
Yeah,
Hey,
we probably
Mickey.
won't do that one.
Hey Mickey.
Like we still have a lot of them left over from last gig, but we added some fucking bangers in it too, though. Like
Yeah.
it's a lot more. We're playing like.
Do we
more
want to
rock songs.
say any of the songs that we're gonna, or do we want to
That's not a
Okay.
big deal. It's not like we're releasing shit.
like Smash Mouth All Star?
Yeah, we're playing
All of our
All-Star.
Shrek fans out there.
Oh,
It's the
God.
day of green, so we got to throw some Shrek in there.
Oh God.
Get ready to get Shreked, baby.
A little bit of Rage Against the
Jesus.
Machine,
Huh.
right? Oh no, Beastie Boys. Sorry,
Yeah,
Beastie
yeah.
Boys. A little bit of Beastie Boys.
Beastie Boys.
Yeah, we're playing Fight for Your Right.
Okay, that one. I was gonna
Song.
say they're fucking rappers.
Yeah, no, one of their rock songs.
Says no way. Are you and Keenan gonna give some background vocals there?
Yeah, we have the whole round that they do because there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
I asked to do just like 2 lines of that song and all the leftovers they're gonna take.
Who's gonna do the part about throwing away your best porno mag?
I think I say that part.
Your best. I can't wait for Annette to hear that one.
I say the word busted.
Boston.
Busted.
Bust.
Busted.
No, me and Keenan both sing a couple songs too.
Mm-hmm.
Like separately. John don't even sing a couple of songs.
Mm-hmm.
John don't even sing a couple of songs.
Yeah, I get to focus on guitar. It makes me happy.
Yeah, this show is gonna be a lot better though. I was talking to John and Keenan the other day, and everything's just it's working better now that we have a name. We're actually getting like a whole set together. It's not like just John and Keenan playing acoustically for the first part, then I come in. It's not like a last second thing. We're all actually prepared for this one. And
It feels more like now that we have a name.
that changed a lot, oddly enough, like psychologically. You know, it changes a lot once.
The placebo effect.
That's what it
yeah.
is, really. But like, it's just actually like having that identifier to it to connect to
that.
it mentally.
I get that.
It felt good to be able to be like, oh yeah, this is what we are.
And
Yeah.
plus, we're gonna be able to. Now we're gonna throw in some like just jams. We're not even playing songs. Kind of like how we did with the last band. Like
Yeah.
just John and Keenan, John just making up shit, and I'm just playing
Mhm.
along with it and stuff like that. And I don't know. I think that makes for it to be better for everyone. It makes it more
Mhm.
enjoyable for us, and I think it makes it better to listen to as well for people that are listening to it.
We're hoping that gets a pretty big turnout because it is also like the second round of like March Madness or something like that this Friday. So hoping people are going to be out there watching the games and kind of bouncing back and forth between the 2 rooms.
Well,
And
I forgot
being
about
St.
those
Patty's Day
games.
also.
They do have that big
I'll
ass
be there, but I'll be missing my fucking bus.
They have a TV
they got a
in that
big ass
room.
TV in that back room.
Where?
Right above the
Opposite
picture
wall.
thing. The photo booth.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't
it's a big
realize
ass TV. You'll see it.
Yeah.
Well-
We'll make sure we save you a seat where you got a good view of that TV.
Do they have Wi-Fi?
Probably
Yeah.
not.
They got Wi-Fi.
They do.
Yeah.
Oh,
Those fucking. I'll be that douchebag that brings his iPad to watch the other games.
You can act like you're running sound and just watch that.
Yeah.
Just watch
yeah.
fucking basketball games. God damn, man.
Man, but
Is today Selection Sunday? Oh shit!
Yeah, and as an IU fan, this is the first Selection Sunday I've actually been looking forward
Yeah,
to
no shit.
for a while. They ended up
Honestly, bro.
what are
they
they
ended up
ranked at right now?
they were 18th.
They're a 6th seed.
Oh yeah, something
Well,
like that.
6th seed, yeah. But
Yeah, they're probably gonna be like a 5 or a 6. But normally I gotta painfully watch the Big Ten tournament, watch IU try to win the Big Ten tournament to maybe get a bid, but because yesterday they ended up shitting the bed and losing to Penn State in the
That was bad.
semifinals. That was
That was
they
bad. That
played
was
like
bad.
shit.
That was
That's the thing with IU this year. Like when they're on, they're a really fucking good team. But like there's some games where they
There's
just
some games they ride Jackson Davis's coattails a little too hard.
yeah like they just don't want to play. Like
Well, there's sometimes when he's like hooking up bricks and they just keep fucking dishing them down, dishing them down.
that's my only thing with IU's team this year. But like if they're firing on all cylinders, they're easily one of the best teams in the nation.
That's
but-
where my worry is because obviously Louisville is not even close to even knowing what a tournament, not even knowing how to spell tournament. So
they're right now they're at TOU.
I think
They
they
haven't quite spelt it out yet. they get one letter for each win.
for each win, yeah. So they have 3 wins. So yeah, I'm gonna be rooting for Indiana, but with that being said, I think they've got a choke coming.
Oh,
a
they
hard
always
choke.
do. They always do. IU always.
It's not
loses
that
in
they
tournament.
always do. It's that this team is prone to it.
It is. They are.
Like
I honestly won't be surprised if they lose first round to a 12 seed.
I don't understand how they didn't even come close to choking against Purdue
No,
either time.
exactly. Like they play to who they're playing against. They always have. They play to the caliber of what they're playing against. If they're playing a bad team, they're gonna play like shit.
Yeah.
But if they play a great team like Purdue, they end up fucking beating them.
Yeah.
It's frustrating to watch. So it's fun to watch those games where they beat big teams like Purdue, but then
When
they
they
fucking
lose,
I'll tell you
small
what,
games.
they play Penn State and can't make a fucking shot.
Yeah.
I never was really like a huge IU fan. Like I didn't hate them or anything. I just never had any like draw to them or anything like that. But after going to that game a couple weeks ago,
That was a fun game.
What game did you all go to?
They played against Rutgers.
Oh, that was a good
And
game.
it was close. Yeah, it was fun. We stayed the whole game.
Assembly
too.
Hall's a fun place to go to.
Yeah.
I told
it was-
Jordan
The
I was like,
parking
I'm more
is
of an IU
fucking
fan now.
ass, but where did you all end up having to park?
Well, I get the tickets from my boss's parents. They have season tickets, so
Oh,
they
okay.
have a parking pass for the parking lot that's right in front of Assembly Hall.
That's fucked, man.
It's
The last time we went,
nice.
me and Megan had to walk so fucking far in the freezing cold.
Oh yeah, it's a 2-minute walk. Not even that. It's like a 45-second walk
Yeah,
to get into the
it was-
stadium
it was
where
nice.
we park at.
I'll tell you what, that place was fucking electric though.
Mhm.
That place was electric. Whenever
It looks like a
anything great
high
happened.
school arena, like,
Yeah,
but
that-
it
well,
has the pop of like the biggest college
well,
stadium.
that's what it feels like. But I mean, like, granted, it's still a huge fucking arena. Like it goes up. It goes up.
yeah.
But like that's what I like about it though, because it kind of has that feel of a high school.
It's got kind of like
gym.
that old retro type.
Yeah,
feel.
exactly.
It's that retro feel. That's because that's what Indiana basketball is.
yeah, they still use the fucking old ass jerseys. I don't know. I
I think
kind of wish
there's
they'd get
something
rid
to
of
be
them.
said for
I don't think they ever will.
going
but
retro though. I think there's definitely something to be
That's
said.
what
for that.
all
What?
Indiana fans' reaction is when I say that. Get some updated fucking Hoosier gear.
How
bro.
updated do you want it to be?
Not just fucking white and then a fucking crimson number and Indiana in the logo. That's all they've got.
Well, it's kind of iconic though. Like think about like the Yankees with the pinstripes. Like they're kind of iconic.
Yes, but the Yankees have not worn the same fucking jersey for the past fucking 70 years.
Well, I mean, look at. Well, never mind.
No, they haven't.
Pinstripes?
They've got pinstripes, but they're different.
They're slightly different.
The Indiana jerseys are the exact fucking same. They're not different
There's like no
than their
difference.
conception. No. There's no difference. It's the same fucking jerseys. Tell me the difference. Give me one difference.
The stripes and shit on them have changed since like the fucking 90s.
They have alternate home gear, yeah.
Pull up some pictures of like the old versus the new. Like
I guess I just need some clarification on what your gripe is.
Every team has a certain set of jerseys, right? You've got
Home
away,
and
alternate away, home, alternate home.
yeah, they don't have alternates.
Yeah, they have the same.
Is that
fucking
what
shit.
you're saying? Like they need alternates?
No, they just have the same fucking shit every year. Through the
He's
years.
typing so aggressively. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but yeah, that's this year's.
Look at the designs. It's all that's this year's. All
Yeah.
the fucking same. Your alternate.
look at the
Your
1980s.
Your alternate.
Yeah, 'cause
is-
those are
it
the-
goes from Indiana to Hoosiers.
Yeah, because that's cream. That's not white.
Yeah, it is
I
cream.
knew that was
Hey,
gonna
click.
piss you
Hold on.
off.
Go
I
go
said
back
that.
down. Go back down. Or up.
That was actually here. Scroll up real quick. Those ones on the right, those were the ones that they were wearing at the game that me and John went to. Yeah, that was like a Black History Month thing.
I guess yeah. Keep scrolling down because it looks like it'll show them year by year.
Okay. So you've got 2017 to 21. 2016 to 2017. Same fucking thing.
The collars are changing.
I'm not talking about the fucking college.
It's part of the jersey. Just saying.
What do you want them to change? You want them to come out and
Literally,
like change?
look. The big jump, 86 to 87, 2016.
Keep going down. Keep going. Oh, that's as far.
There is no more down, John.
There's gotta be like some that show like what the 50s were. Like, come on.
Look at fucking Louisville's. How much of Louisville changed their fucking jersey?
Oh, fucking shit.
Look at them.
Let's see.
Look at it.
Prove it.
You can only change college basketball jerseys so much.
Have you seen Oregon?
Oregon's completely different.
They're college basketball.
They do that shit in everything, though.
Do you want to pull this up so that they can see what we're talking about?
Yes. see the last one.
They didn't see the IU ones, definitely.
They need to because they changed a lot. Is that their regular home jerseys?
That was
Surely
an
not.
alternate jersey.
Okay.
They have a fuckload of jerseys all the time, bro. There's so many different Louisville jerseys.
And yet it still couldn't get them more than 3 wins.
Hey, bro.
They got more jerseys than they got wins.
They got more
son.
jerseys than wins.
We got our 2013 championship back, so fuck all y'all.
Hey, look, an Indiana jersey showed up on there.
That's a nice looking
Over
jersey. Where?
the years.
Where you seeing IU jersey?
What is
at?
going on, LT?
Fucking my keyboard. My keyboard.
Did you
is-
see it?
Let me see if they have the same website. Uniform history. That's 59 to. Okay. Well, this is not working out in my favor. Where do I? History behind each jersey number. Nope, that's not what I want.
Wikipedia might.
That was a
have-
Black History Month jersey.
Yeah, I think a lot of schools had like those flowery jerseys.
Okay, they've played in. I can tell you which jerseys they played in. They had an orange.
I do like those black ones.
They had the
one
white
on the
with the
left.
camo. That was the championship ones.
Yeah,
You've got the new blacks with the old logo.
I do like those.
You've got the yellow stripe ones they wear. That's
You notice
a newer
something
one.
though that it says Louisville and a number on it,
And it is
just like it says Indiana with a
it,
number.
it
on
does in fact.
You notice there's
hold-
different fonts on all these. There's different logos. There you've got the updated Cardinal logo. You've got that Cardinal logo, but you've also got where was it? This Cardinal logo.
Yeah, but
then
IU
you've got
doesn't-
this black jersey. Oh, but you also have this black jersey. You've got this white jersey. Oh, but you've also got this white jersey.
Yeah, but Louisville's colors are red and black, so they can use white as another color. IU just has red and white. They can't have a black.
It's crimson and cream.
They can't have the
Crimson
crimson.
and
Crimson and cream.
They have
So
crimson and
it's
cream.
not red and white. It's crimson and cream.
You know, Notre Dame has some pretty cool jerseys.
Notre Dame does have
Notre
good
Dame's
jerseys.
got some good shit.
I can't think of that many good jerseys from UK. They're just blue and white. They're like
they've
IU.
got some different ones.
Like their secondary color is white.
The problem is that you're not acknowledging that IU is literally known for having the same old shit. That's the point of their shit. You're arguing a point that even your fan base agrees with because they like it. I'm saying the thing that you all say you like, I don't like it. And you're arguing that
Why they gotta change it? Why they gotta change it? Actually, I do think it would be cool if they put some. If they came out with like some retro-looking jerseys that were like.
we're gonna hit that again at the end of the
No, we're
episode.
fine. I'm not. I made my chest hurt.
Didn't they?
It might have been the McDonald's I ate earlier too. I don't
Yeah,
fucking
that
know.
probably
I might be
has
having a heart
something to do with
attack.
Isn't
But-
there something with IU that's like something to do with a tree, like an oak tree or something like that?
That's Indiana State.
Oh, it's Indiana
That's
State.
Sycamores.
The
I feel like there was something to
sycamores.
do with the, like, or maybe like a hickory.
Oh no, yeah. That the Hoosiers. That's a movie.
Oh, okay,
A
okay.
Hoovie.
Yeah.
It's a
'cause-
hoovie.
That's a Hoovie. No, that's the Pacers.
No, the Hoosiers-
The Pacers have.
Oh.
have,
The Hoosiers is a movie.
That's what I said.
You said hoovie.
No,
Why would I say Hoovie?
he said Hoovie because you said Hoovie.
You said hoovie.
I said Hoovie after you said Hoovie.
You said it's a hoovie. What's a hoovie? You
It's a
said
movie.
hoovie, so you tell me what hoovie is.
It's a movie.
You're walking on a fine line with me, boy.
You're thin ice.
Boy.
The hickory thing is from a movie
Can you explain?
called Hoosiers.
Oh,
And it's the Indiana Pacers.
it's the
A Hoovie
hoovies.
called Moosiers.
A hoovie called Moosiers. I'm gonna label the episode that.
Hoovie called Moosiers?
Dude, no, I haven't seen that movie before. I don't know.
You're a fucking Indiana fan. You never seen a Hoosiers?
I know. What? I don't think it has anything to do with IU.
It's the Hoosiers.
I've never seen the movie either.
Yes, it does. It does have things to do with.
Have you seen the movie?
I have seen it.
No.
Explain the plot for us.
Fuck you. I'm not explaining shit. You're walking me into something I don't like.
I do like those hickory uniforms that the Pacers pull out, though. Those are pretty sweet. I don't know if they still use them ever or not.
Maybe they just need to use like the
You know,
leftover
you
like
say
practice
things
jerseys
that.
or something like
Well,
that.
I like the cool jerseys they do when this team or this team does really cool jerseys, but you're just okay with your team doing the bare fucking minimum on jerseys.
What about using their like practice jerseys or some shit?
Ah!
Get your finger out of my face! Get your finger out of my face!
Do you all
Jesus fucking
do y'all
Christ.
remember like
I locked them up.
when we were little and like going to school, like on days that they would have, it was like towards the end of the season or sometimes at the very beginning of the season, like a basketball season, and they would have all the old like jerseys that they would sell.
Yeah.
I've still got some of those jerseys in my closet.
Yeah, because I had one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, man, this is so cool.
Me and Megan went to one of the local things where they sell a bunch of shit and like just random shit from the school that they're getting rid of. Well, they had a bunch of like elementary school like basketball jerseys. I found mine, the one that I wore, the exact one that was on my body.
No
so I
shit.
fucking copped it.
That
It was
is awesome.
They were doing it like as a just a giveaway thing, and it was like for charity or whatever. You can give money, so I gave them like $10 for it.
Was
but
it at our elementary school, or was it at our high school?
the high school? The elementary jersey that I wore at that school.
You played
played
basketball
basketball.
at that school?
Uh huh.
I didn't know that.
Till
Aren't you guys saying this school?
till high school.
Hmm?
Till high school.
'Cause
I
don't
didn't
know what
play in high
you're
school.
talking about.
There's 2 schools.
I know.
Where
Aren't
we
you
were-
just saying the school?
Well, we don't. It's St. John's.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you're talking about Lanesville or St. John's.
That's what he was talking.
We were talking about both.
We were
The elementary school and the high school.
Keep up. Keep up.
Which
You
one is
lost
just an
me.
elementary
Which
and
one
which
did
one
you
is
buy a jersey for?
the high
Lanesville.
school?
Oh, okay.
Lanesville.
I thought you meant like you bought one of the St. John's jerseys.
No.
St. John's Cubs.
The Go Cubs. Yeah, what kind of fucking name is that? Who
Dude,
did-
you remember the mascot they had?
No.
Cubby, the courageous cub, bro.
I don't think
That's what it was. It was
That's
Cubby, the
what- that's what
I don't
courageous
think
cub.
they had a mascot when I went to school there.
I wore the
I think it
I wore
might
the
have been.
mascot costume.
I think it
dude.
might have been after you left. Dude, it had like cartoon bear eyes. Like big ass eyes that were like that big around.
I was in the in 7th and 8th grade when I was there because we didn't have a basketball team.
I forgot you didn't go to junior high in Lanesville.
I was-
Did you? Oh, you did.
I was the mascot because Jackie was the cheer coach, so I would just go with Jackie to the games. I would get in free, and I'd get like free popcorn and shit for being the cub. So I was the cub.
So what was it like going from junior high and in all of your younger years at a private school and then going to public school and high school? Was that a hard transition?
It was. It really was.
And you even went to our high school was really small in comparison to like big high schools, but like
Yeah, because there's
So-
people that are from St. John's and they'll go to like Floyd Central, like
Yeah.
a 4A school where it's like a shit ton of people.
So I do wanna like say this portion of it. Now, don't take it as if it was like a bad thing by any means, because it was more of like a thing to toughen me up.
We bullied
Little
you.
Do what?
We bullied you.
When I went to Lanesville from St. John's, I did feel like I was getting bullied my freshman year.
Well, fuck yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Well, we all made a pact because we knew you were coming.
Oh. Well, see, but it wasn't you though. It wasn't
No,
you.
It wasn't me, but I was in on it.
But there was. I think it's some of the people that we actually like play Xbox with sometimes now and like talk to regularly. Which
Zach.
no, it was more like Colton mostly.
No.
But like anymore, like I'm like, man, I don't give a fuck. It was just like it was playful shit. Looking back
Yeah.
on it,
But as
I was
a
a
kid,
kid.
you
so-
coming from a private school,
Yeah.
that's gonna hurt your.
and
feelings.
I was sensitive as fuck then. You know, definitely sensitive.
We fucking ironed out your skin, is what
Exactly.
we did.
So I went to, I would like come home and I was like sad like from school and stuff, and I was like, I don't want anything to happen because I don't want to be like one of those kids that gets these kids in trouble. Like I don't want any
Yeah.
of that. So
Oh, you would have had a bad time if you did that.
oh yeah, definitely.
You'd have had a way worse time.
So my mom was talking to Spencer's parents about Providence
Mm-hmm.
because and I was so used to going to private schools.
Mm-hmm.
So they said, well, like, come try Providence. So I went and shadowed for like a day over there, and I liked it. I liked that they had like more options for like classes. Like I took a guitar class there, which was pretty
That's
cool.
fucking cool.
Where we met Keenan.
Where we met Keenan.
Did
Yeah.
you go to Parliament?
Well, I met Keenan because I was over at John's house and he had Keenan come over.
Okay.
So that's how I met Keenan. So it worked out really well that I went there for just that short time. But then I realized like the kids over there are no different.
Yeah.
I was like, no different. Actually, some of the teachers were more bullies than like the kids at that school.
Well, they're more judgmental. I feel like private school teachers are very judgmental.
Yeah.
It was very.
Well, that's why
So-
I cut from the private school really early. It was because my sister had just gone to high school in Lanesville, and she had the same experience that you did. Like those private school kids get shit on, and she told my mom, she was like, "You don't want to have him go through that." And I was already telling her that I didn't want to be at that school anymore, because honestly, even as a kid, I was like, "Fucking Bible classes, really? I don't want to do this." Like, I can't remember fucking how many
I just
fucking
saw it.
Bible verses is this and that and the other. So I was already on my way out with it, and so my sister telling my mom that, and then there was one time, and this is fuck it, I don't give a fuck you people. There was one time I was in the office at St. John's, and my grandma was coming to pick me up, and they were trying to unlock the door for her. My grandma couldn't get the fucking door open. Like, it was not opening. And they just started fucking making fun of her, like saying she was old and shit. Like, the people in the office at this fucking Christian private school. So I told my mom that, and I was like, I don't want to fucking be there anymore. Like, they're just fucking assholes. They're dickheads. I don't want to be here. So
You're just sitting in the office. They're like, look at this old bitch.
I swear.
She can't get the door open.
I swear, that's what they did. The fucking dickheads. So I was like, fuck this. I'm going to public school with my friends, because I had my only friend at that school was you and like Luke Ferguson. Like, you two were about the only fucking people that I was friends with there. So like, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to Lanesville. I got Jacob, I got Connor, I got Noah, I got like I didn't know Stilger too much at the time. I knew him.
I think what I would do if I had kids is like, I think that yes, I learned a lot of like really valuable like things at that school. Like I learned a lot of great things, but there was also it was too much. So what I would do is I would probably send my kid like kindergarten through 4th grade there, give them a good foundation, right? Give them a good foundation to be like, you know, just a good human being, like, you know.
Okay, so
Shit. But then like 5th grade on, send them to public school.
So
they
are
can
you
toughen up.
saying like the religious sense? You want them to have the religious base?
I think the religious base is important, definitely.
Okay. So
'Cause-
that's what you're meaning when you say you
That-
want them to have a base.
Want them to have a base, have a good foundation of, like, you know, obviously learning about the religion stuff is good because it, you know, like, I don't want to sound like super like weird when I say it, but it gives them like something to hope for in life.
Yeah.
You know, it gives them that hope in life. You know.
Okay.
And then just you know, learning how to be just a good human being and not just be be a piece of shit like all the way through. You know, not be like an asshole to other people, not be mean to other people, kind of thing. You know.
I agree with you, and since our foundation was religious based, that's what we know.
Mm.
But I also think that you don't have to, and this is just my opinion, I'm not judging.
You don't
at
have
all.
to have the
You don't
school
have to
for that.
have the religious base to have a good, like, be a good person.
Oh no, you
know?
definitely don't.
Well,
Like-
a lot of that's just too like how you're raised too.
Yeah.
Like,
If you're raised in a good family, then
Yeah.
yeah.
And you know, don't get me wrong. Don't think that I'm saying that that's the reason why.
Yeah,
Like, you know, but
I get it.
it's just another added factor to it.
Well, kids are so susceptible to certain things, like they just sponge everything up. So like giving them a reason behind being a good person at that age is important. I think that's where the religion could be a good factor of, like, it gives them a reason to be a good person. It's like Santa Claus. You want to be a good person so you can get gifts. Well, you want to be a good person so you can go to heaven. Like that.
Incentivize.
Exactly.
There's an
Yes.
incentive.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It gives them an incentive, and then when they grow up, they can be like, oh, I'll make my own decisions.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
But like you get what I'm saying about
like no
as far
judgment
as-
to you, but I feel like you were there too long.
I was definitely there too long.
And not because like I just think that it didn't do you any favors.
Because if you think about it, when we were in high school, I didn't really get out of my shell until late, like junior year. I didn't really
it was
bloom until late junior year.
until senior year. I felt like I didn't really get to connect with you because like you flocked to a totally different group of people than I did.
Oh yeah,
There's like that kind of happened to me as well because like I didn't like John. Like I think it takes you at least like a couple years.
Yeah,
I think it's what it is.
and I think
Because
in my
I
opinion,
went
you
there
should do that couple of years earlier.
yes.
Yeah, because I left St. John's in 6th grade and came in for junior high.
Okay.
And I didn't really start hanging out with the guys that I hang out with now until like freshman
Was
year.
there a specific reason?
Why I left that year?
Mm-hmm.
There was a handful of us that did. Like I can't remember who all did, but there was a few of us that ended
Didn't
up.
Ryan go there?
Yeah, but he
Briefly.
left after like 1 or 2 years.
Yeah, he was only briefly there. Now, like, and back in that time, like, whenever I made my transition over, there was the whole situation, the whole field trip situation.
That had just happened. That was fresh.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
going
was fresh.
going from the private school, like, you all knew me in high school. I was a goody two shoes. I did not want to
First
No
part of high school.
rules
First
broken.
part of high school.
No.
First part of high school.
first part of high school. Yeah. I had some.
We
fun
started
towards the end.
getting a little rambunctious towards
Yeah.
the end of high school.
We had our fun at the end, but
You all
at the
didn't
beginning,
really bloom until like fucking your graduation.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
after your graduation, when college hit, then
Oh.
all of you all
The-
changed, and you all were like fucking going crazy. I'm like, damn, fuck,
A little loose.
I'm getting
But-
old now.
But like
Y'all
that-
could have done this a couple years
I
ago.
realize it doesn't fucking matter.
that situation though, like obviously I don't think this way anymore about any of you all, but I thought like these guys are the bad kids. Like I don't want to be associated with them.
we were.
I don't want to be guilt by association. You know, I don't want any part of that. And that's why it took me so long to get back in touch
Yeah.
with you.
Dude,
Yeah, I was a
Jake-
bad fucking
Jacob,
kid.
I was terrified of Jacob.
Yeah, yeah,
I shit
yeah.
you not. I shit you not.
Yes.
And Jacob's like one of the nicest dudes I know now.
Yeah.
Jacob's so fucking fun to hang out with. Like we went to the bar a couple weeks
Yeah.
ago, just him and I. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, Jacob was my fucking best friend. Him, Stilger, and Ethan were my ride or dies for all of junior high, high school. Like, fucking, I spent every weekend at Jacob's house, or he would come to my house, like, every fucking weekend. For years. And, like, yeah, we were fucking bad kids. It was just the thing. We were bad kids. We liked to have fun. And bad things were fun to us.
and you know, it's like I said, like it's obviously that's not how I feel about any of that anymore. But at the time, like,
You're
I wanted
young. You're
I wanted
susceptible
to
to
keep
that.
myself away from that. I
Yeah.
wanted to keep myself away from you guys
Mm-hmm.
back then. So that was kind of like part of the whole like why I was so timid up through
Yeah.
like my first couple years of high school.
What did you think when you heard that I was involved with the whole drinking at the field trip thing?
I was like, this. My thought
isn't
went. To,
happening.
I was like,
My
my
buddy.
my old best friend. He's gonna go down such a terrible path in life.
He's gonna be in jail by
That's
fucking
what I
20.
thought. I thought that shit.
God, this guy's going to jail.
I was like, next thing I know, he's gonna start smoking cigarettes.
No, not my
Not
friend.
cigarettes. He might smoke weed every once in a while. Oh,
Oh,
no,
God.
not him.
not him. Not my friend. Not my friend.
And now look at us.
I turned you all into pieces of shit now.
This is your fault. This is your fault.
I
Into the
think
realm.
nothing degenerated me like going to Stilger's house every Friday for fight night.
Oh yeah.
Nothing degenerated me more than that.
It drops your IQ. just existing in that mile radius drops your
Yeah.
IQ.
That whole time in my life when we were going over there was just like it feels like it was all in a haze.
Yes.
All
Like
of it was
it
just
all
a haze.
because it was.
Like, it all mixes because anytime we talk about stories from those times, we're like, oh, those were separate weekends. Those weren't even the same night, and it like feels like
They-
it was
they
the same
bleed
fucking
together.
night. They do because we just did the same fucking thing every weekend.
It was awesome.
Every weekend, we
It was
just
so
beat the
goddamn
shit out of
fun.
each
Yeah.
other every weekend.
Dude, dude's sitting on the porch smoking cigarettes while there's guys wrestling in the yard.
About as white trash as it gets.
Everyone's getting drunk as shit.
God, dude, those were, looking back on it, like, we were fucking degenerates, but, like,
was awesome.
it was so much fun.
It was so much
I
fun.
had a blast all the fucking time. Like, and now going to Stilger's, like, I don't know, obviously it's not the same, but, like, I feel the remnants of what once was.
It still breathes in there a little bit.
Yeah,
I still
like, the table still got our names engraved in it.
Yeah, like it's
And, like, every time I'm there, I see another like engraving that I didn't notice the last time. And I'm like, who was that? And I'm thinking back, and I'm like, oh, that's the hoe this person brought by, or that's that one random dude that showed up for an hour and never came back, or like shit like that. Like,
I forgot there was a lot of random ass people that would just pop in.
oh, so many.
Like just like
so
that
many.
someone told to pull
Dude,
up and then they just never came back.
The funniest thing to me is and I'm never gonna put names out there. There's one of Megan's friends. Obviously, I didn't know Megan at the time we were doing all this. One of Megan's friends showed up with one of our friends that's a girl. You should be able to deduce that. She came with a group of friends, and one of Megan's friends was in that group and showed up to Stilger's, and it was just me, Ethan, Keibler, and Stilger. It was just us four. And there was 5 girls that were like dressed to the T's to go party. And they show up at Stilger's and sit on the futon that's busted. You remember the futon that was busted? It has the big dip in it. They sit down, and we're doing all the fucking terrible things that we would normally do on bad weekends. Yeah. And they're obviously just like, whoa, this is not what I expected to walk into. And then Stilger turns to them, fucked up out of his fucking mind, and he's like, y'all want to see something cool? And he does the one pull where he just rips his shirt. And they're just sitting there like, wow. And one of them said, that's cool. And Stilger said, yeah, it's pretty cool. I gotta go piss. Goes into the closet and pisses, right? Goes into the closet.
Yeah.
So
Comes
out. Yes, yeah. Pee balls, right? He comes back out, sits on the chair, and we're watching like Family Guy or something. We're just sitting there, right? We're all fucked up. And they're all sitting there. And when Stilger comes back out, sits there, 20 minutes go by. Megan's friend, her friend now, they've always been friends, but her friend, before Megan knew me, she goes, I gotta go to the bathroom. We just heard her say that. She wasn't saying that to everyone. She was just like saying it under her breath like some people do. And she goes and gets up to go get in the closet. Goes to the closet thinking it's a fucking bathroom. And Keibler screams out, no, that's not a bathroom. Not a bathroom. Bathroom's downstairs. And they all left. So when I start dating Megan and I meet her friend that I have met previously at that location, I'm sure there was some confusing thoughts going through her head.
Where do I know this guy from?
And
oh shit!
And Keibler's like mortified because like I don't know why he was so bothered by it, but I think me, Ethan, and Stilger were way more fucked up. So they walk out. I don't even know who invited them. I do know. Chuck invited them, and Chuck didn't show. He never came.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that, yeah.
I remember, yeah.
He never came. So they walk out the door, and I look at Ethan, and we just start fucking crying, laughing. Like, I don't even fucking care, bro. That was so funny. And just Stilger's one pull made me laugh. For viewers that don't know, one thing that Stilger would do when he was drunk is he'd become an entirely different person. But
he became a human wrecking ball.
A human wrecking ball.
He almost hit me with a ninja star one time.
He would randomly be sitting there. He'd be like, "Hey, Jordan."
He just and just sticking in the wall
but
right
one
behind
thing he
you.
would do is he'd grab his shirt with one arm and just lift this arm, and he'd pull his shirt off with just one pull. Just boom, from here, shirts off. And he would say, 1 pull.
If anyone new it came, we'd try to talk him into kissing his mole.
We would do that.
I remember we got a couple.
One person,
two.
I think? 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we say who they were, or should we probably
No one's
not?
gonna know who we're talking about. Both of them never been on the pod. So, I mean,
Nah, we'll wait.
yeah, that's not worth
I
it.
do know one. I have the video of one of them.
Yeah.
And
Male-
we
male
would,
or female?
Both male.
Both.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no chance any of them were female.
Well, the best part was
Well,
there was
there's
like
a couple females that showed up there that I would not put it past.
there
to
was
do
like
that.
there was only like 3 girls out of all the girls that ended up going to that house
that came back.
that actually returned after
Came
being
back
there
for
once.
a second. This is for a second time.
I remember one of my ex-girlfriends. She went there a few times, but every single time she fucking hated going there. And I even told her, I was like, yeah, you're like one of the only girls that have actually been there more than once. And
Well,
she's like, I fucking see why.
Well,
That place was disgusting.
that was the litmus test. If they showed up a second time, there was something wrong with them. Because I mean, I brought 2 there. Ryan brought 2. These are 2 that stayed.
I never.
One was there a lot. with
One
Ryan.
was there with Ryan a lot, and she made some questionable decisions.
Me and John were talking about her earlier. Actually.
Yeah. She's the one who told me about or got me turned on to the McChicken add ketchup.
Well, explains a lot.
She lives like across the country now.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
Regardless,
Good for her.
if she's watching,
Yeah.
you were filthy back in the day.
It was always fun when she'd show up, though. It was always.
She was a fun person.
She was fun, yeah, but
Yeah.
she always it was weird because outside of that room, she didn't seem like somebody that would stay, and then even like inside, she didn't seem like somebody that would stay. But she like thoroughly enjoyed being there.
Yeah.
Which is odd because sometimes I didn't thoroughly enjoy being there.
I definitely didn't enjoy being there. That's why I stopped.
There for a
going.
while,
At that
John
point-
was
at that
like,
point.
"I'm never showing up there again."
Yeah.
And
I did not.
You didn't for a while.
I've
came
been there. I've been there twice since then,
Really?
and only for brief periods of time. Like it was maybe like an hour.
Well, when you were coming there often, we would like lift beforehand and then go get fucking shit faced.
Iron Bros days.
Iron
We would-
Bros.
we would-
I still got that in my Snapchat.
We would lift in or we would lift like on Fridays, and then it was more like endurance conditioning kind of stuff that we would do that
Mhm.
day, and then that night we would fight.
Yeah,
We would
literally
box.
fight.
We would
We'd-
body box, and
Shit, we normal box sometimes.
we got pretty fucking good at fighting back then.
Oh,
we
yeah.
got pretty good at it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, we had
It was-
some competence.
it was such a weird dynamic too, because like LT and I would be facing up against each other, right, and we'd be like pissed off in the ring or the
In the
makeshift
ring.
ring.
AKA
We'd be
the
pissed off.
yard.
We would hate each other's guts, like ready to fucking pull a shank to kill the other person. We were that pissed.
You
And then
beat it out of each
and
other.
then the fight would be over. It'd be like, "Hey, bro, good game, good job,
Yeah, I
like,
swear.
good job, dog."
Well,
swear.
I know we talked about it once before, like last time we talked about fight nights, but the only time there was any like real animosity was that one time whenever
Me and Cornwall.
whenever you and Cornwall almost fucking killed each other.
fucking busted his lips so
Yeah.
bad.
That was the only time I ever saw anything get really like, oh shit,
got
they might
red.
Well,
actually
the whole
fight.
thing is when you get drunk, everybody knows this. When you get drunk, there's sometimes that you can be aggressive. And sometimes, like, you'll get mad at your buddies. When you're in a big group of your buddies getting drunk, there's chances are somebody's going to get mad at somebody about something.
Yeah.
Don't let it sit. Don't let it simmer. Fucking throw down. Throw down, get it out of the way. And that's how it worked. And then eventually we started doing it, not even being mad at each other. We'd just call each other out. Be like, all right, you, me, the yard.
we just
you in
we
the
just call
yard.
people. You just like be like we'd be sitting there just hanging out, like smoking a cigarette or whatever, and be like, "Hey, I want you. Like, let's go.
Yeah,
Like,
let's go.
Let's
Now."
go right now." And we just walk out to the yard.
Yeah.
We'd fight, and then we'd get back, go back on the porch, and just hang out again
Get drunk.
until the next person wanted to challenge someone.
All right, let's go play Rocket League.
Yeah. God, dude. Those were
I do miss the
days.
fight nights. Fight
Those
nights
were the days, man.
It feels like a fever dream.
It does.
Like, thinking back to
honestly.
It really does, yeah.
It's rough. Like thinking of who I am now and who I was then. Like, do I miss some parts of that self? Maybe a little, but also there's a lot of things I left behind that probably should be left behind.
We all definitely did.
But we left it. We left it all on the table. We gave it our all.
Left some things completely cold turkey.
Yep.
Never again.
And if that's one thing you can take from this episode is live it to the fullest till you can't no more.
Amen.
Jesus Christ.
That
got very introspective very quickly.
Before we end the pod, I do have
And,
some.
yeah,
I do have some
we're only,
other news.
We're only an hour and a half deep, man. We still got.
Oh, I thought that was ending the pod there.
No.
Oh, okay. Well then, okay.
That would have been a good
Other
spot
news.
to end it.
Okay. Well, other
That
news.
would have been a really good spot to end that. I
Maybe
kind of
like
we're
crop
not
that
going-
part and put it at the end.
Just replay it.
Remember that line. For
if
the
there's
end.
anything you can remember,
And if
it's
we
that
don't, we'll just use
John's
that
a
as
pussy.
leftovers for next time. You know, that's like
leftovers. Everybody loves leftovers.
Everyone does.
John doesn't.
I don't. I don't eat my leftovers.
See, you fucking filthy fuck. You literally took a Snapchat the other night. Was it last night? Of your leftover box?
Yeah.
Did you not eat it?
Not yet. I haven't.
Dude, this dude, there at one point, him and I would go to Elnops a lot whenever we worked together, and fucking, he had like 6 leftover boxes in his fridge that were like weeks old.
Well,
And I threw them away for him
there
because he
was
was
one
never going to
time-
eat them.
There was one time you had leftovers, so many things of leftovers sitting on top of your case of beer. And I don't know if you had left them there or something, but the beer started tasting like frozen pizza.
I don't remember that, but nice.
Like
It's
on the
soaked-
rim. On the rim.
It's I thought you meant like
Wasn't
it
in
soaked
the
through
beer.
the aluminum.
On the rim. The
That's-
rim had pizza.
I am terrible about eating my leftovers.
Honestly, I don't
What
even
is that?
take the leftovers.
I was talking about wearing.
Did you find it?
My mom just texted me and said, "Is this your shirt?"
Yes.
I'm
You
gonna-
need to wear
I'm
that.
gonna wear this on Friday.
That's fantastic.
Could you show it to the camera?
I don't
Like,
think there's any way they
put it
can
up
see
close to it, maybe.
Basically, it's a shirt. And it looks like I have one of those baby strap things, but it has a leprechaun in the baby strap. It looks like a
Leprechaun.
leprechaun.
Um,
John, what other news do you have?
Oh, so as you all knew, I think did we talk about it on the pod that I was?
I accept you for who you are.
I don't.
I know what's coming. You can tell us.
Oh, I know
Tell
what you're
us,
doing
but
with
you
that
can tell
now.
us, but I'm not gonna like it.
There's a reason that closet's open. Speak your truth. Speak your truth, John.
No, but as you all know, there was that other band that reached out to me
Mm-hmm.
about joining them. So I'm in 2 bands now. They made it official after Saturday's show.
I saw that on Facebook.
Yep, made it official. I'm their lead singer and rhythm guitarist now. So that is cool.
Riff them.
And we've got a ton of shows booked up for the whole year. So I'll be playing a lot more often.
Ton of
Got some
gigs.
shows.
Ton of gigs, dude.
Ton of
Gigs.
Got
So many gigs.
Got gigs on gigs.
I got all these fucking gigs.
I can't
But,
tonight, dude. I got a fucking gig.
Yeah,
God,
they
gig tonight.
so that's Red Thursday is that band.
Blue Tuesday.
I'm now part of that, and this new band
Tuesday.
that will be name
Yet
dropping
to be named.
Thursday night.
Thursday
night, till Friday morning. We'll be dropping the name on social media, and we will also be dropping the koozie design for the people who show up on Friday.
First come, first serve. We're probably gonna have about 60 koozies.
Probably.
So I mean,
So
a bunch of them.
Yep, you gotta get there fast though, because they will go fast. Koozies always go fast. I went through 100 at Hogs
The boozy
in
koozies.
2 shows. I went through 100 at Hogs of my own, and they spread like wildfire.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, I think if you're at a bar, I mean, like, if people are giving out koozies, you're gonna take a koozie, no matter what it even
Fuck
has
yeah,
on
you're
it.
gonna
Like,
take
if
a koozie.
you see free
I'm
koozies,
taking a koozie.
I'll take a fucking koozie. Yeah,
Store one in your backpack for me.
we're gonna make a shit ton of them. So I mean,
we'll have some extra.
we ordered like 200. Koozies,
120.
like 120 blank.
I want to
koozies,
get
so
your all's design so I can come to the show with the shirt of your logo. And
That
your
would be
name.
sick.
I'll show it to you
If-
whenever we're done.
Whenever we're done with the pod, let's talk about just a brief talk about shirt costs and stuff for
'Kay.
Megan. Okay. Because if we can get some shirts, I feel like that could be pretty cool.
That would be cool.
You'd have to get
it'd
the
be super
logo
easy.
like
We're gonna-
yesterday.
We're gonna have the logo today. We're
It
gonna
needs
make
to
sure
be
Keenan
in a
has the logo
file. It
today.
needs to be at least in a picture.
Easy.
Yeah, it's a simple logo.
It's a
it won't
super
take
it's
long.
a super simple logo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll get that.
We can get that going. Oh, what was I gonna say?
Oh yeah, speaking of the band, Keenan was actually going to be on the pod with us today because we're going to work on some shit for Friday right after this, and we're like, shit, yeah, we're going to talk about the band stuff, have the whole band here, right? We were over at his house last night, and we told him again. He said, yeah, I'll be there. And we called him this morning. He didn't fucking pick up. He texted us about
15 minutes ago.
like 5-10 minutes ago saying, good morning, fellas. So his ass just now woke up. So that's why. But a fun fact about Keenan that I learned last night, he can climb really well.
He fucking flew up this tree.
we were in his backyard last night, and we were just back there drinking, and he just out of nowhere he just takes off and just starts climbing up this fucking tree, and he climbs a good sized tree. He climbs this fucking tree in like 10 seconds, and he just starts sitting up there. He's like, yeah, I think it's raining, because it started raining as he was doing it.
He was going up to get a better view of the rain.
Spider mode.
You know, the funny thing is, Keenan kind of looks like a monkey, so it works even better.
Monkey. Never really realized it, but kinda. So
we should get him a thing of bananas today. Show up at practice, like, hey, we got you this.
I guarantee he'd start making monkey noises.
He'd be like, ooh.
that clipped.
What is happening?
That clipped.
What is going on?
Last weekend, John Jones.
Oh yeah.
We talked about it on the golf course in the vlog, but I haven't put
Jesus
that
Christ.
out yet. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
I can't remember if I said it when we were talking about it on the vlog, but he called out Francis Ngannou. He
Just called him a pussy. I mean,
he goes Francis
He
is
said,
a
"I want you next."
big old pussy.
I mean,
That is one of the most absurd things.
well,
And
Francis says that the UFC doesn't want to make that fight, and the UFC says that Francis is dodging the fight.
I can see either way.
Dana says that Francis will never be in the UFC again. So
Why? Whatever happened with all that?
So Francis
fully
wanted to
understand.
have an external contract to go box Tyson Fury.
Yes.
Dana didn't want to do that.
Mm.
He didn't want him to do that. Well, Francis said, if that's not in my contract next time, I'm not signing the contract. It wasn't in the contract. He didn't sign the contract. He's out of the UFC. And now Francis says that he doesn't ever get to negotiate his contract, so he doesn't, unless they let him negotiate the contract, he doesn't want to be back in the UFC, and Dana White doesn't want him to do that. Because Dana White's an asshole.
Dana White, he's starting to get a little big for his britches.
He has terrible management.
Yeah, because Francis Ngannou is by far one of the most entertaining fighters ever.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I love watching that dude
He's
fight.
losing entertaining fighters in droves. Like Demetrius Johnson, like, I don't know why he didn't fight to keep him. Like, he went and fought in fucking Strikeforce and is fucking killing it. Like, and like Francis, he lost Francis. He's so pinned up on John Jones. Like John Jones, Conor McGregor, and
The Diaz brothers.
the Diaz brothers and Masvidal, really. Cowboy Cerrone. Those guys are in like Dana White's boys. So like they get what they want. Now, John Jones just beat Cyril Gane in convincing fashion, to say the least. He went 2 minutes. For anybody that didn't watch the fight, I bought the shit and I got this. 2 minutes into the fight, the only significant strike Cyril Gane has landed on John Jones was a kick to the nuts. That then the fight was stopped. Rearranged the balls. That is the only significant strike that happened on John Jones in the entire fight. He didn't get punched, not once.
Mm-mm.
And John Jones took Cyril Gane to the ground, flipped him around, threw a couple to his dome piece, and then did a headlock where instead of squeezing his neck for breath, he squeezed from his top of his head in his jaw, just squeezing his head together like that. And he tapped. John Jones comes up to heavyweight, wins the heavyweight championship convincingly. Now that the fight had no significant strikes, John Jones says that he is down to fight Stipe in July. So we could see another John Jones fight in a couple months against Stipe Miocic.
That'd be a really interesting fight. But I think that'll be another sub-type fight, though, because Stipe's he's a grappler, though. He's not a boxer, is he?
He's everything, dude.
Is he?
He's meaner than fuck, dude. Stipe is one of the best heavyweights, if not the best heavyweight of all time.
Yeah.
He's meaner
Nobody compares to Stipe.
He's meaner than an inbred cat in my garage.
Yeah.
That's pretty mean.
That's pretty mean.
Stipe and John Jones will be the fight of the year. If that goes down.
It has to. It has to if they start putting.
I honestly think it could go all 5 rounds, but I feel like there could be a knockout on either end. Imagine witnessing John Jones getting knocked out for the first fucking time. Like, John Jones, my favorite fighter.
I was just saying,
Easily.
I'd be rooting for John.
I'm rooting for John Jones every time, but imagine.
It'd be a great fight.
Yeah.
It'd have to be. But I thought Cyril Gahn
Because
and John Jones would have been a great
you
fight
have
because
to
Cyril
think-
Gahn's a fucking dog too.
He is.
But I hate that it didn't go past 1 round. But
Yeah, Cyril Gahn just underestimated John Jones' speed, I think, and even with the fucking gut that John Jones was sporting.
dude, I thought that was the funniest shit ever.
He looks so squishy.
Literally I saw a picture that was a before and after, like whenever he was fighting middle heavyweight in his heavyweight picture, and the only thing that's different is he has a bit of a gut. Like that was the only
He
difference.
got the gut.
He was a little bit burlier.
He's a
like
thick boy.
He had a little bit more muscle on him, but he just had a little bit more of
Yeah.
a gut to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
And
He's got a little meat on his bones now.
dude,
But
you know who my favorite fucking heavyweight is? That Aussie dude with all like the hip tattoos, and he like chugs beer out of boots after he wins. I can't remember his fucking name. You know who I'm talking about?
I don't remember that guy.
He's a dog.
My favorite fucking heavyweight's Derek Lewis, bro. I never changed the screen.
Oh, man.
my fucking god!
Well,
Sorry,
you could
people.
post it in there or something, right? Like,
I can put
Too late.
the non-audio.
No, they
video
just gotta
on there.
watch us just staring at the screen. Just,
Yeah, well, either way, that was I paid $80 for that fight, but I also bet. I made 2 bets. I made a 3-leg parlay and then a John Jones money line. My 3-leg parlay just fucking missed, and then John Jones money line obviously won my money back. So I basically got the fight for free.
I'm hype about. Speaking of betting, I'm hype about these basketball games that are coming up. I always bet so much fucking money on these basketball games. For the tournament, betting on these upsets and shit.
I don't think I'm gonna.
Really?
I don't think I'm gonna.
there was a
I
brief
can't fucking
period where
wait.
I got really into like sports betting, and then I was just like, nah,
I love
I'm
it.
done.
Especially
I only like betting on
football.
sports that I like watching, like
Oh, you only-
basketball, football, UFC. That's basically all I bet on. I don't bet on baseball. I don't bet on hockey. I don't bet on soccer. I don't bet on any of that shit.
See, I always bet on soccer, but I know about soccer. You know, I bet on sports I know anything about. There was 1 minute where I just kept throwing parlays out for NBA games that I never watched, and I think I won once out of like 20 bets because I was just kind of tossing them out to see if it would
What the fuck are you doing that for?
I didn't do it very long because I kept fucking losing. But you gotta know when to fold them.
You gotta know when to fucking fold them. If you take anything from this episode, you gotta know when to fucking fold them. I think
Throw-
we're
throw
gonna
it-
end it right there.
Throw it on the list.
You got to know when to hold them.
Know when to fold them.
Jordan, what's the next line?
I didn't hear what you said. Know when to walk away.
Know when to run.
Know when to hide.
No.
You never count your money.
When you're sitting at the table.
It'll be time enough for counting.
When the SchmutzCast is done.
And it's done. My name is Papa Schmutz.
I am Jordan.
I'm Johnny Will.
See you all on the next one. Sorry it took us so long. See y'all next time.